All right. Thank God. Well, actually, that was the toughest two-game set I've seen from tonight against the Miami Heat. The Raptors lost the one game on Saturday night, and tonight the Raptors finally beat the Heat in Miami, which obviously it's the toughest thing I've ever seen in history. So, I'm just gonna dive in quick with these with like the game from Saturday night's game. First off, the Raptors lost the one game to the Miami Heat, 112 to 109, where they now dropped to 1-2 of the season. Which obviously, look, listen, Miami is a tough team. You didn't start really well. You had some issues. You had made some threes, but some of your other players, such as in the first game, like Gary Chin, like Fred VanVleet, Thaddeus Young, Christian Christian Koloko, and other players sucked. So first half, I mean, look, the first period, I mean, you were down, but you were not down fully. It wasn't that bad. You were down by like around 38 to 33. That's not as bad as it looks. I mean, you're shooting some threes, you're shooting two, you're making some layups. Miami counters back, and just like that, you're down by 38-33, which isn't that bad. Um, it doesn't really help in the second period because they got outscored 33 to 77, 77, sorry, 33 to 17. And look, I didn't like that score. I didn't like what happened. And you're down like, what is it again? If I'm mistaken, you're down like 70, like what? If I can do some, let me just do some like a main calculations quick with this thing. Uh, just like that, you were down 71 to 50 at the end of the first half. And look, it doesn't feel great because now even you're down for the count. Scotty Barnes is out, and like, well, he's out. He's done. He's injured. Good thing is the injury's negative, but he doesn't come back. Third period, the Raptors come back guns and blazing. I mean, hey, look, you're doing what you're supposed to do. I like how you're pulling it off. You're making some threes. You're coming out strong, guns and blazing, and just like that, you're down 92-83. Problem was, huge huge ejection happened with the ejection of two Heat players. I'm assuming it's like one Heat player and another Heat player trying to break up the fight, and Christian Koloko. Both of them are ejected. That's not fun. And then the Raptors in the fourth quarter just were a little close coming back from that huge deficit. And look, it was so close, but yeah, not good enough. So close, you had a chance, and it was not good. Wasn't pretty from start to finish. Yeah, technically. So yeah, not really impressed with that game. I mean, I wasn't mad that we lost in a close game. Problem was you were down like, yeah, I just didn't like what happened with the injury to Scotty Barnes. I didn't like it when Christian Koloko got ejected for nothing. I mean, like, look, listen, he got fouled in the third period, and he decided to, boom, get him out of here. Which honestly, this is the league is fixed no matter what happens. Let's talk about the next game where the Raptors tonight beat the Miami Heat 98-90, and it was one of those games, man. One of those games where like let's do something. Let's make sure we can keep this momentum going, and that's what happened. First period, not well. Actually, you start on time. I mean, you're up by 4. You're making some threes. You're making some twos. Shot there, shot there. You're without Scotty Barnes, so now you have Christian Koloko taking care of business, and that's what he did. And you're up 27-23 coming into the first period. Second period, it was by one differential, the Raptors were up. Like Raptors beat the second quarter 21-20. Look, Miami was still, don't get me wrong, but boy, it was a tough one. But you still managed to beat them 40 something. I think it was like 48 to 43 coming into the second half. I'm like, you're feeling good. You're making some threes. Third period, that's when things turned horribly. It was so bad that the Raptors lost the quarter 33 to 27, and you let Miami take the lead. And I don't feel like that was good enough. It was good, but talk about that loss. No, talk about that third quarter where the Raptors lost. If we did get blown out like this, we would have been screwed. But you were down a little bit, but that's okay. It's like terrible, terrible, terrible. You're letting foul trouble get to you a bit, and you let the Heat take care of business in the third. Power in the fourth quarter, you come back, you let Miami take some threes, make some shots there and there, and boy, it was a tough one. But however, the Raptors find a way to put it together, find a way to beat the Heat, and that's what they did in the fourth quarter. You win it 27-14. I mean, you made some big threes, by the way. You from Fred VanVleet, from Anunoby, from Gary Trent Jr. Like, you finally did something that I have seen before. You're doing well. At least you're doing what you're supposed to do. Because if you did lose that game, we would have sucked, and I would have been mad and all huffy puffy. Like, that wasn't fun, was it? But playing in Miami, not an easy place to play. So yeah, I feel very great about this team, Raptors. They now improved to 2-2 tonight, and you know what? It feels great. So for the Raptors, I'm just gonna give you some stats here. Trent Jr. had 18 points, played for 42 minutes. Pascal played for 42 minutes like Gary Trent. Other than that, he had 23 points. VanVleet stepped up his game with 24 points, played for 39 minutes. And hey, look, so far so good. With the Heat, however, Tyler Hero was amazing. He had 22 points. Former Raptor Lowry had 7 points. Not good. Bam Adebayo, 14 points. And Jimmy Butler with 26 points. So you know what? That's it, I think. Thank God for that. What I'm going to do right now is say this. Please don't lose the Knicks. Please just don't screw up. Don't get destroyed like what happened on Saturday, and don't get screwed, and don't screw yourself up in don't screw up in the next two games against the 76ers, because look, the East is tough as heck right now. So what do you want to do instead? You have to beat the 76ers. It's 2 games, so you gotta do what you're supposed to do. You want to win, right? So beat the Sixers, and let's see what we can do right here, right now against the Sixers. We should be confident. We should be good.